Hey guys, so we're here with Colin and Greg.
Beyond!
Every time. And we're gonna take a look at Resistance 3 multiplayer beta. So guys, what's it about? Tell us.
It's about
what
the
your experience
Chimera.
has been.
Naomi.
It's about the end of the world.
Some bad guys are invading the Earth, terraforming it, and now we've got to fight. Right, Colin?
That's correct, Greg.
Colin, you've been playing a lot of it here. You're
I
level
haven't.
13.
I'm level 13, that's correct.
Big time, exciting. You started off really bad at the game. How are you now?
I'm getting a little better.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of people have been playing for a while. This was a closed up beta until yesterday.
It's family and friends. If you're not watching everybody, it's family and friends beta at the moment. Now on Thursday, the 4th, the SOCOM people who have the codes from SOCOM can get in, and then next week on Tuesday, everybody can get in.
Correct.
So, right now you're playing with people who've been playing a lot longer than you. You started yesterday.
Yes.
That's why everybody right now is like level 20 and knows everything about the map and why they were beating me senseless last night.
Yeah, they were beating us both senseless. So I've gotten better. Actually, I ended up just killing that guy. I got a little, nice little.
Got some ribbons?
Post-mortem death there. Yeah, but the game's cool. I mean, there's 2 maps right now, 2 modes. I've been concentrating pretty much exclusively on deathmatch.
Okay.
And I'm enjoying it so far. It's different. It feels a lot different than Resistance 2, and I think that's what's gonna take people by surprise. It's different in many respects.
Talk about some of them. Obviously, the big one, right, is that the player count has dropped. Resistance 2, you have 60 players, now it's down to 16.
Yeah, it's significantly smaller. 16 max, it's 8 on 8 in deathmatch, for instance. And it's making a more concentrated experience for people, which I think is cool. It sounds initially like, and I understand why people think that sounds like a cop-out. Like they just want the game to run better and things of this nature. But I think it's working pretty well to create a more intimate experience for the gamers. You get to know the maps, you get to know the people you're playing with. And all the maps really have a story to tell too, which is pretty cool.
One of the interesting things about this, right, is that all the maps are taking place internationally.
Right.
The campaign itself is all about Joseph Capelli and his trip from Haven, Oklahoma to New York, New York.
Right.
This, however, right now we're in Bogota, Colombia.
Indeed, yeah. So I mean, that was one of the things that they were trying to do, which is cool, is to take the game out of the United States. Resistance 2 really took place in the US too, and so it's cool to take it out of that setting and tell us, the entire world is affected by the Chimera, and they're just telling one aspect of the story. So you'll see a bunch of dilapidated maps like this train yard in South America that was obviously taken over by the Chimera. Obviously you can see their spire right there, that's how they infected it. And all the maps have a story to tell. If you run by a radio, there might be people on the radio talking about what happened there or what's going on
But
around
in
the
another
world.
language. I tried to listen, I couldn't understand what they're saying.
No, you can understand?
No.
You don't speak every language?
No, I don't habla español.
All right guys, so as you know, we always have questions coming in from
Do we?
Twitter. Yes, we do.
Oh my gosh, all right.
If you guys have any questions, please tweet at IGN with the hashtag Resistance3. So our first question is 2 parts. Is there a party system like Resistance 2? And is it drop in and drop out like in R2?
It is drop in and drop out. I'm not sure about the party system yet. I don't know that all the tools are in the beta. What's interesting about if you open up the beta and you start playing is that it seems like it was ripped directly out of the single player game. And what I mean by that is that there are menus that aren't filled in. There are like dead ends there. There are like trophy markers and all these things. So I don't think everything's activated yet. But there's definitely drop in, drop out. I mean, I've dropped in to many games, and if you commit to, for instance, a best of 2 or a best of 3, I think you should probably have to see it all the way through in order to get the experience points. But you can if you come late to the party, that's not a big deal at all.
Oh, cool. And what about the weapons? What are your favorites?
I love the Rossmore. You can see I'm using a Rossmore level 3 right now. When this map ends, I'll jump into the perks and the weapons and stuff and show everyone the menus, and they can get a taste of what's going on. And there's a really cool upgrade system in this game that gives it a lot of customization, a lot of loadouts and things of this nature that people have to look forward to.
Oh, cool. And how do you get those?
So you level up by killing enemies. You earn experience points. You'll see them pop up as I kill enemies or damage them. And then every level you go, you get skill points that you can attribute to the weapons and the perks and the skills that you want to use.
Okay, cool.
Are you planning on killing some things soon?
I'm running around looking for enemies. So the cool thing is that you can see the HUD in the upper corner. The red obviously indicates enemies, but those aren't all the enemies on the screen. Those are the enemies that are making themselves known or seen.
Right, they fired off a
Right.
shot.
So you can slink around. Like I haven't fired in a while, so no one's going to see me on the HUD. But they will see me, obviously, if I run at them in person. And
there you go.
oh god, he got me.
No, well, there you go. That's karma. Now remember too, if you do the whole thing, you tweet at IGN, you put the Resistance 3 hashtag. If we read your question on the air, you get a friends and family beta code. You can play Resistance right now. You can stop watching Colin suck it up, and you can go suck it up yourself.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. I mean, there is a high learning curve, not because the game's difficult, but because, like we said, people have been playing this for a while. So there's a bit of a discrepancy between the people, the people that have been hanging out for a while and the people that have just jumped on like myself. But it's still a lot of fun, and yeah, we have plenty of codes to give away, and we'll give more codes away on Twitter and such.
Of
right,
course,
later
yeah.
on.
At IGN, at No Taxation, at Game Over Greggy. Follow us on my IGN. There's a ton of ways to get these codes. We're going to give away some codes there on Thursday at the Beyond 200.
Indeed, that's the 200th episode of our PlayStation podcast.
Yeah, it's live streaming here on IGN. Thank you
very
so
much.
much. It's been a hard road.
Aw, come on, it's been a fun one.
There's been so many obstacles, I'll tell you.
Has it been a hard road?
No, not really.
No,
Every Thursday we crank out a PlayStation podcast.
Yeah.
#1 PlayStation podcast on the internet. Suck it, internet.
All right, so next question. Do you feel that any weapons are overpowered or underpowered in the beta? In other words, how do they feel?
I think I was reading, so basically I think Insomniac has been patching the game as we've been going, and
Nice shot.
Thank you. And I think one of the weapons was overpowered, and I think they adjusted it. I think it was the Mutator, which I actually just unlocked not too long ago, and I haven't used yet.
Okay.
So, this guy's on fire. Where
You
is
have
it?
incendiary ammo, correct?
Yes.
There you go. Nice, and you got it right after you went down.
So I think that the weapons are pretty much balanced now, at least to people's liking so far. I mean, I'm sure they're going to make more adjustments. Then that was another thing people were talking about: is this a real beta? The game is about a month out at this point, and I will say that it seems like it in that I think they intend on having a big first day patch available to balance everything out.
Okay, and in terms of the quality of the beta, are there any problems with it? How's it been working?
It's been running well. Greg and I played a couple times. We played at GDC. We played with Insomniac when we went to Sony's office in Foster City, and it was running pretty well there. The game still runs well. There are some hiccups, especially when you're about to die. There is some latency sometimes, but I'm sure they're working all those kinks out.
No crashes or anything like that?
No, the game's never crashed on me.
Okay.
But I mean, we only been
Because
playing for a
I
day.
read something on that, so I was just wondering.
And hopefully it doesn't happen for the first time here, Greg.
No.
No,
Well,
that
how
would
would
be
that
terrible.
possibly happen? Don't worry.
No, of course not.
Another person asks, Helgast A7X. How many classes are in the multiplayer beta?
So it's not class-based like Resistance 2 per se. There are loadouts that you use that will let you customize your character to your liking. So it's not quite like a medic or a soldier. There's, you have weapons and perks, and you can combine them in such a way. We'll show them soon, and that will let you kind of move ahead. So it's not
You're not locked into anything.
Right,
You
exactly.
can actually go around and choose and make it go the way you want it to go.
exactly. So we'll get out of this real quick, and we'll go to another game in a bit. But I do want to show people the menus in terms of editing your character, what you're unlocking, and things. of this nature.
Love the PSN Caribou Lou.
Caribou Lou?
Yeah, that
Is he your friend?
That's a Tech 9 reference.
You'll
I
s-
did not know that.
You'll
no.
see our old friend Long Dong Silver is there
How
as
can
well.
we forget Long Dong Silver from Extra Life when we did that playthrough, Uncharted 3 or Uncharted 2 multiplayer, middle of the night. He's the one who sent in pictures of his girlfriend for us to post
Correct.
on a
Wow.
live stream for a charity.
Correct, he did.
Thank you, Long Dong Silver, who I'm sure is not watching this.
So he messages me every so often though.
No, he's a good fan.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
saying that.
yeah.
I'm just saying like, right now he's playing games.
So all right, so I'm level 13. You can see my details. I'm about halfway to level 14. Is my name and stuff. These skins are the skins that I have activated right now. So if you want to change your human skin, you can go to this. We have Tommy Dean, who we talked about a bit.
Tommy
during the
Dean,
single
Jimmy Dean's the heir to the Jimmy Dean fortune
Exactly.
before the Chimera
I know,
came to
he's-
Earth.
The Chimera screwed everything up. Capelli obviously is the hero in Resistance 3. Lester's another character, a human character from Haven, Oklahoma. And I haven't unlocked Susan Capelli, who is Joseph's wife. We'll get that at level 16. So I have it set to Lester right now. And then for the Chimera skins, you have the hybrid infantry.
Infantry looks
And-
hot.
Yeah, the infantry's pretty cool, and the hybrid elite. Undertaker I don't have locked in yet. And then you can also unlock titles, so Crawler, Leaper, Menial. I haven't unlocked these yet. These will unlock as we get closer to level 20.
I'm hoping for a lot more of these. I'd like a lot of skins to unlock. You know what I mean? And granted, we're talking that level cap for this is 20, but the game itself isn't.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
there's
definitely
hopefully
not.
going to be a lot more rewards.
And this is a hard cap, so
not that Uncharted.
Yeah, the Uncharted fake
yeah.
level 25 cap where we were like, what's going on? Is it broken? This seems like I haven't seen anyone over level 20, and there are a lot of people, if you look at the leaderboards, that have thousands and
Gotcha.
thousands of kills. And then you can go to your profile and see your statistics. So my statistics are getting better. They're not quite the 5 and 33 that we had yesterday.
Yeah, that was no
Yeah, I
good.
saw those there. I was like,
So yeah, it's rough when you first start playing, but I played for 2.5 hours, and the score you can see all your details there if you're interested, how many death matches, et cetera, and so on you've won. And then of course the most important thing is the loadout. So this is my favorite loadout. This is the Beyond loadout.
Yeah.
And if you can just customize it any way you want. So you can buy certain weapons, bullseyes, dead eyes, and yeah we have
the scale replica Rossmore.
of the Rossmore right there.
Colin's favorite weapon there, the shotgun.
I love it.
Yeah.
And so you can buy all sorts of weapons using skill points that you get for leveling up in your customized loadouts, or you can use the loadouts that you unlock as you level up. So Survivor loadout infected, specter, warden, and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you even unlock more custom slots. So if you want to toggle between after you die or whatever, have different ones set up. This one, for instance, is Rossmore, fully leveled up with incendiary rounds, a hedgehog chimera grenade, fully leveled up decoy and bubble shield perks, the leaper corpse, which sends out creatures when you die to attack your enemies, which is pretty cool, and the
Yeah,
air-cooled
those are
barrel,
awesome.
which steadies your aim.